How do those darn Brits drink out of such a tiny teacup? I understood that. Oh, I'm live! Excuse me for one moment, folks. Oh, wait, I was doing it wrong. Pinky up. That's so hot. Well, welcome again to the Hobo and his almost girlfriend show. It was a very interesting show, by the way. Oh, wait, this show's not that interesting. But the show I went to, NXT Daytona. First of all, I always have to give them a shout out to Southern Pro Lucha Libre. Coming to Daytona soon. Hopefully featuring Sexy Star and La Parca. That'd be kind of cool. I'm not here to talk about that. I'm not here to sip tea. Although there were obviously some people from across the pond who came to do that. And to get involved with the graps. I guess that's what they call them in Britain. Tea time, tea time. Again, I don't understand why they have such dainty stuff for such big, burly men. Always good to slurp hot tea, though, I guess. So uncivilized. I'm here to talk about NXT in in Daytona Beach, as shown through the eyes of this guy, Hobo Tom, not by a bunch of British people. Because for some reason, there was a UK invasion tonight. Felt like the revolution all over again. But let's get the show started. And the show always starts. Here, now that I've switched chairs, and this chair's not super squishy, I can actually censure myself almost. And it always starts off with a meet and greet. And this was actually awesome. And oh, I do have props. So yes, I actually, again, my big thing, if you ever go to any WWE show, take a couple minutes out of your schedule, buy the ticket. You're going to save yourself a pile of money. This ticket cost me only $11. Again, NXT Live, $11. I don't even think they charge me tax for it too, but the tax is built in. That's fine by me. Last time I went to Daytona Beach and went through Evil Ticketmaster, they charged me $17. Never happening again. And the weird thing is, this show is kind of empty. And I know it was a Thursday night, but still, Sanford on the Thursday night's rocking. Not so much in Daytona Beach, even though there were a whole bunch of spring breakers there. Enough about that. I'll get into my quibbles about stuff later. But again, the meet and greet is always awesome to meet the wrestlers. And the really cool thing, and I forget her name, because I should have written it down. You'll see it during the intro. But again, the fun thing, you get one of these, and they give it to you. And you can get selfies with people. Pretty cool. And the really cool thing is I have to definitely scan this. I guess it's Kanku and Xia Li and Flash Morgan Webster. Look at that. I have authentic autographs. This is a cool one. This is the one that I am keeping because I remember this. I'm going to scan that and put it right next to her picture and a picture of the one and only Hobo Tom. Eventually, it's going to... No, I'm not pointing towards the WrestleMania sign. I'm pointing towards the bathroom door because eventually it's going to go up there because that is just way too cool looking not to have something cool done to it. I do have to find the right frame. Again, do I apologize? I'm sipping my tea and I'm kind of eating. And it's Lent. I'll get into that too. A little bit later, though. It was really fun, though. I used to work up in New York and I worked with a bunch of Chinese people. So, Jia Li, I think, was kind of impressed when I got her autograph. Gentlemen out there, do you want to impress the women of the Chinese persuasion? Learn, I think, 3 basic phrases. and you're good to go, folks. First one is Tianxi. That means angel. You call any woman angel. That's right. You'll at least get a hug and a dance in the club. Always good. Second phrase I learned is "sheshene," which means thank you, or "sheshe" means thanks. So "sheshe" and "sheshene." "Sheshe" means thanks. "Sheshene" means thank you. And then my other third phrase, I think, comes in pretty good at the Chinese dinner table after some Chinese grandmother like pushes piles of food in front of you. Some of that food's kind of funky too. Some of it's, don't get me wrong, some of it's amazing. Some of it you're like, you eat this stuff? You eat that? How? Is boucher. No thanks. So I guess boo means boucher. Yeah, that's right. Sheshe, thanks. Yeah, boucher. No thanks. Be very polite to your Chinese lady friend. It's good. So I have to email a couple of my friends about that. They might get a kick out of that. And ooh, wait, I feel a shout out coming out to my friends. This is just for you, Shay and Shun. Again, if you want your own personalized shout out, whenever you see this guy, Hobo Tom, at any event, say hi, or at least talk to me, which is always a good thing. Just don't say, oh, really? That's what it is? Because trust me, I will seem doubly disinterested, especially if you start drinking beer, because then I just think you're a two-shot loose woman. I'm not saying it nice, but that's okay. That's my little rant. Again, if you're just gonna sit there, drink beer, and talk to your kid, I'm not gonna talk to you. At least try and be a little more engaged. And say, yeah, her chaps are falling down. She's like, what are chaps? People from Daytona Beach. Shame on them. I'll get into some real shaming towards the end of the show, though. You'll see. It's a good kind of shaming. Just a couple notes before I really get into the show. It was a small crowd. And there's always that one wrestling fan, or I think there was a group of spring breakers from Stetson. So there's one group of wrestling fans. Actually, because it was so small, that wrestling fan really wasn't there. And I know when I say when you don't see that wrestling fan, you are that wrestling fan. Not me. I try and keep a low profile. I don't want security coming around and seeing all the videos I'm taking. I share those videos with you, my YouTube audience. Although the person next to me for a while was being that wrestling fan, but kind of mellowed out. Maybe the beer got into her system. Who knows? But as always, it's time to start the show. The following match is scheduled for one fall. One fall. And it was really good. Not the thing. This whole show is weird. Because, well, I'll get into that after this match. We have Aldridge Holmes Jr. versus one of my favorite heels, Dan Matha. And I don't care what the YouTube universe says. My favorite line from any heel, oh wait, that even eclipses Adam Cole, baby, is that I'm the hammer and he's the nail. That's a great line from a actually pretty good heel. And for the most part, this was your classic match. It was your really big, arrogant, strong, brutish heel in Dan Matha versus a little guy who's trying to chop away at the giant in Aldridge Holmes Jr. I think I'm getting his name right. The match starts off. Matha just throws him around, throws little Junior around like Junior. There's a big size difference. He was just ragdolling him. I'll tell you what, though, Aldridge Holmes Jr. learned how to do chops, obviously from Walter or Keith Lee, or even Raul Mendoza for that matter, because he was dishing out some serious chops. Even though Dan Matha tried to no-sell it, they stung. And then he got smart. He started to go for the leg kicks. And again, the best line ever, I'm the hammer and he's the nail. That's so fun. And this match, for the most part, it was an okay match. mean, again, it was the kind of brutish tactics that you would expect from Dan Matha. And with a smaller guy, again, it's in his best interest to actually, this way, to try and be the quicker, more agile of the two. And, I mean, it wasn't bad. He won via roll-up, which had Dan Matha truly upset. But overall, it just seemed that the crowd wasn't into it. Again, it was a really small crowd. There might have been 150, maybe the lesser side of 200 there, which is really small because normally at this gym they can fit 250 to 300 people in there. So I've seen it much more full. I mean, they only had the two rows, row one, row two, and then the bleachers was the general admission. Because normally they go like 3 or 4 chair seats deep just for general admissions. They didn't this time though. I mean, it was just empty. The crowd was okay. It was really spotty with the crowd. But again, this is just your typical ham sandwich match. I mean, nothing really overly exciting happened. And then our second match of the evening. It was everyone's favorite new Bailey, Jessie, the girl next door, taking on Rita Gonzalez.
The following contest is a women's division match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first from Phoenix, Arizona, Jessie.
Rita Gonzalez got a little bit more fired up too. And this time she was wearing a little more makeup from the last time Hobo Tom saw her. I like the more natural look though. Because again, when you put too much makeup on, it's like plastic face. Yeah. Not necessarily the best look. Again, ladies, I know you're going to get upset. You always put on makeup and stuff to make yourself look pretty. Sometimes just go all natural. Little lipstick. Little touch of eyeshadow, maybe. Not full out face paste. Or whatever else. I think that's the only thing I know is like oil of Olay. That reminds me, I do have to get nail polish for a female friend for Easter. Because Easter is coming up soon. So that's actually on my grocery list. But for the most part, it was a good match. Nothing really special. I'll tell you what, though. There's something in the air at Daytona Beach, specifically at this arena. Those ropes do not like people. Unless you hit those ropes right when you're trying to do any flippy stuff, it does not bode well. And again, I think there was like one botchy spot where again she just slipped off the second rope, and it didn't seem smooth. She did like a sunset. She tried to do a roll up and stuff for Renita Gonzalez. Literally went flying out of the ring, and the whole crowd went, "Ooh, that's not good." So it was an okay match. I mean, there was good action.
Oh, terrible.
It just seemed a little forced. The crowd loves Jesse though. They will chant Jesse all day long, and they will boo Renita Gonzalez. A funny thing happened in this match, folks, and I caught it on video. Renita Gonzalez had a wardrobe malfunction. To describe Renita Gonzalez a little bit, besides you obviously seeing her, she comes out as generic Texas wrestler woman. I've always called her generic Texas wrestler woman because that's what she comes out in. Cowboy hat, black leather vest, black bra, black tights. I guess that's what they call them. Black chaps, black boots. Again, you know who the heel and you know who the face is, which is a good thing, which is the only reason why a lot of these matches even got a ham sandwich. Because if you didn't know who the heel and the heel face dynamic, you'd be like, but she had a wardrobe malfunction. Her chaps fell down. And it was funny. Not the wardrobe malfunction this guy wants. I want to see something special. Some woman bits. That's neither here nor there, though. But she was like trying to run around the ring, and you just see like the belts of her chaps were around her ankles. Her chaps like half fell down. The woman next to me said, "What the heck's wrong with her?" I said, "Well, just look at her. Her chaps fell down." Which I guess is probably the wrong thing to tell a woman. Your chaps fell down. Sounds weird. But eventually, Renita Gonzalez hit her finisher move. Just kind of pummeled Jesse for a little bit. And I do need a better word than malfunction. Because that sounds bad, but whatever. The belt of the chops, it was a belt failure. That sounds worse. But again, this was a good match. Again, strong heel. Again, the loved face. Crowd loves Jesse. They hate Renita Gonzalez. She comes out whipping the bull rope all over the place. Again, you know who the heel and face is. This is, although it wasn't anything spectacular, this is just another ham sandwich match. Which is really going to be the undoing of this show. And I know my notes are not in order. Because, I don't know, I was being extra hobo-ish today. It was a weird day for me. Then the third match of the evening, Eric Bugenhofen versus Trevor Lee DeVille. Wait a second. I know him. That's Trevor Lee. Wait a second. NXT, are you trying to fool me? You just cannot add a last name like DeVille to a person like Trevor Lee and expect smarks like me and smarks like those in Daytona Beach to know that something fooey's going on. But these two came out for their match.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall.
One fall.
And his opponent from Canton, North Carolina, weighing in at 215 pounds, Trevor Lee DeVille.
And I do apologize for the length of that intro. Eric Bugenhoven has an amazing intro that is way too long. I think his intro lasts a good 5 minutes. I mean, don't get me wrong, Eric Bugenhoven, for his gimmick, is packaged amazing. It's presented amazingly. It just takes forever, though. It's like 5 minutes of air guitar, air drums, and stomping around the ring. It's like a prolonged Ultimate Warrior entrance. It's just a long entrance. And for the most part, this was a really basic match. I mean, if it wasn't, I'm going to downgrade this because now that I'm thinking about it, it was super basic. Though. Again, yeah, I might downgrade it from what I initially thought. Now that I've kind of thought about it and actually have reviewed some of the tape, which you can see right here.
Monkey foot's going Kevin.
It was really basic arm bars, headlocks. I mean, single leg takedowns or air guitar single leg takedowns, air guitar arm bars, air guitar abdominal stretches. It was really basic. Trevor Lee did pick up some new techniques though, which was pretty good. But overall, it was a really basic match. A lot of rest holds. And the crowd got so hyped for the entrance. I think he used up. I think Eric Bugenhaus uses all his energy in the entrance and saves nothing left. I mean, it was a good match. Bugenhofen won. I think. Yeah, Bugenhofen won. But he gets. I'll give him this. He gets the crowd hype. My thing with the match is that it's a 5-minute intro and a 5-minute exit. And literally between his intro and exit, it's actually just as long as the entire match. So I'm going to downgrade this because I've seen the video. And actually, before the fourth match, there's a promo again from this Richards Straw guy.
Not only do we have air guitars, but we also have a great surprise for you tonight.
Surprise?
Introducing
I can handle my own introduction. Thank you very much. But I mean, let's face it. Guys, do I really have to introduce myself? Because I'm pretty sure you all know exactly who I am. Robert Strauss. And I'm not gonna lie, the reception. So I came out here tonight to show you my face. To show you my face. Because you guys better get used to it. Because
And the only thing that anyone noticed about him is that one, he doesn't wear socks. He wears capri pants, and he has some glitter shoes. And the crowd wanted him. If that's his goal to get wutted, it worked. Generally, when you get wutted, though, that means the crowd's done with you. And that, of course, leads up to the fourth match, now that we actually get to it. So in honor of the fourth match, I'll have a sip of tea. A proper English sip of tea. Pinkies up. Which was a match with featuring Flash Morgan Webster, the mod guy, versus Luke Menzines. Again, two people from across the pond.
In Lord, we trust. Introducing first, from Goodmore Wells, weighing in at 165 pounds, Flash Morgan Webster! And his opponent from Yorkshire, England, weighing in at 253 pounds, Luke Menzines!
And again, this was kind of a weird match. I've heard of Flash Morgan, and I'm going to make the inference that this is also Flash Morgan Webster. But Flash is small, as you could probably tell from the thumbnail. I look big. I look huge compared to him. He's a skinny boy. I don't know what they feed those boys over and across the pond. It ain't enough, though. They need some good corn-fed American food. Cheeseburgers, not just fish and chips. And I do know they have more than fish and chips there. Being sarcastic. But so, it was a good match. Luke knows some stuff because he hit a judo throw and it looked good. And Flash Morgan Webster looks so tall, tiny though. And then just broke down to good old fashioned bar fight for a while, or tried to. Try to be a wrestling match, but the crowd was just like, let them fight. Let them fight. There's nothing better than a good old fashioned fisticuffs in a pub in Greater Britannia. And the crowd got quiet at this point of the match. I mean, there was a huge vertical suplex, which looked utterly amazing. And there were some other good spots in this match, too. It's just that from what I've heard and what I've seen of Flash Morgan in the Indies, and what I've seen of Flash Morgan Webster on UK NXT, the little bit I've seen and heard, it seems when he came over to the States, he kind of slowed down a little bit because again he does some flippy stuff, but he really slowed down his repertoire to fit, I guess, that WWE style. I mean, it was good though. Again, there was a lot of sloppy rope work, especially trying to do the flippy stuff. And those ropes here in Daytona Beach, I don't know, they're just not forgiving though. Then there got to be dueling chants because the crowd's like, well, Flash Morgan Webster, he's too babyface for us. We're a smarky crowd. You know what? Luke Menenzians is just beating him up. We're gonna chant for whom? Let's go, Luke. Let's go, Flash. Let's Flash, 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 Flash. Luke, 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 Luke. Yeah, it was a pretty good match. It wasn't anything spectacular, though. I mean, I think I had really high expectations, and it just went out the way. So, really, I mean, this again was another ham sandwich match. I mean, you can see this trend developing. And then we have another promo from, again, more people across the way, across the pond. So, therefore, just to honor them, I shall take another sip of tea. Again, proper British style. Very good tea. And we have the grizzled young veterans of Gibson and Drake. Yeah, Drake. And they come out, cut a promo. It was good.
At this time, I would like to introduce to you the NXT UK Tag Team Champions, the Grizzled Young Veterans.
And then the crowd, of course, is going to boo them because they are the UK champions. I have a lot to say about this match, by the way. Or at least a little bit about this match. I think I did. Oh, yeah, that's right. I did write a lot. Because, of course, they were facing USA, USA, USA's own Street Profits. And it was, for the most part, a fun match. They started to chant "Revolution, Revolution." The crowd got into it. The Street Profits, again, they were saying USA, USA. Once you get a USA chant started, you don't need any more prompts to the crowd. The crowd will chant USA, USA, ah, ah, USA. In Revolution, I'll tell you what, the Street Profits, they are so good at trash talking. I mean, they get an A+ in trash talking in the ring. And they were doing some pretty stiff moves. They could keep up with the British strong style, which is always good to see. There were some stiff looking shoulder tackles. Because it wasn't a slap, you heard a thud. When you hear a thud, baby! Wait a second. Baby! That means that's like pure muscle on muscle contact. There's no leg slapping going on. And like the woman next to me, there are a lot of thigh slaps going on with those kicks. I like the thigh slap when it's appropriate. If not, I like a good solid thud better. And this again, it was good. It was hard hitting, good smart tag team by Drake and Gibson. Very classic British style, very 80-ish tag team wrestling from them again, isolating the opponent, getting the double teams into sneaky double teams. New Street Profits are no slouch with this though. They know how to double team too. I mean, there were blind tags. Like, obviously, the one thing about this match that kind of upset or raised the ire of Hobo Tom and the rest of Daytona Beach is there was a really bad ref botch. And to precede that, the grizzled young veterans took the Crunk Cup, the Solo Cup, and started drinking from it and did not like what was in the Crunk Cup, and they spit it out. Again, the Street Profits hear that, they're like, it's time to do that. Then they did one of my favorite things, what the fabulous Rougeau brothers used to do. They would drape, well, they did it a little bit differently. They draped both guys over the top rope, one on top of the other, and then did the buck move. So I want to say Montez Ford or Street Profit 1 was holding the legs, bent over. I think it's Montez Ford leaped over him, and did the fabulous Rougeau leap, except for it was times 2. That was really good. That's like the old buck games. Again, a little bit of American influence in their wrestling. And it was really fun, though. I mean, Gilbert knows how to jaw with the crowd, too. Again, it was a classic heel sneaky double teams, but that ref botch. Oh my. Some ref has to go back to the indies, because it was bad. The referee went 1, 2, and it was really super slow, and he's like, kick out, kick out, kick out, kick out, kick out. Huh, no, I can put my hand underneath his shoulder. The crowd booed the ref. They wanted, because this was for the UK Tag Team Championships. If this was on TV, who would have new UK Tag Team Champions in the Street Profits? That ref heard it. He's going to get a talking to from someone. Or he's going to talk to, I think it was Drake. It's like, listen, dude, you have to pay attention to the cadence. It's wrestling 102. Know the cadence to kick out. If this happened on a bigger stage, it would be a 3 count that everyone would be shocked. The crowd would have gone absolutely bonkers, though. I think it was at this point that really sucked the life out of the crowd because they're like, really? 3, 3, 3, 3. Ref, you suck. Ref, you suck. So they let the ref know there was a botch and it was bad. And even though it was kind of fun, and the grizzled young veterans do have an amazing double team move where it's like a tombstone face buster into a code breaker. Looks great. They won, and this was at the point the better match. Not by much. That ref bump really took the crowd out of it, though. This was a good cheeseburger match. Then let's see here. The next, and then of course we have our intermission, and that intermission really just put the crowd. I think the people actually left. The I don't know if I should call them women. 2 floozies. Oh no, I'll be nice. But the 2 women in front of me actually left after like the intermission, and it got a little bit emptier too. People were not happy with the show. Those that stayed had fun. I had fun. The woman next to me had fun. The Spring Breakers had fun. Those that weren't the hardcore wrestling fans, the casual wrestling fans say, "Oh, this is something to do." They're like, "Okay, we're out of here." But I stayed because then in the 6th match, this was fun because it was Kanyu. Yes, I think that's what her name is, and Zia Lee taking on Aaliyah and Vanessa Bourne.
The following contest is a women's division tag team match scheduled for one fall. Previously broadcast by the New York, Karen, you. And her partner from Songkeep, China, Zia Lee.
And I guess they're a steady tag team now. And Vanessa Bourne, she changed up her wardrobe. No longer is there a threat of any woman parts coming out. A little more sturdy looking though. But again, for the most of the match, it was a really basic wrestling match. Again, a lot of heel heat. Leah knows how to make the fans boo her, which is good. So does Vanessa Bourne. Except for Vanessa Bourne's bordering on X-Pac heat. So now at one point they were chanting, Vanessa, boring. You don't ever want to be called boring as a wrestler. That's just. But again, it was a fun match. Again, you have a lot of the heels always cheat. They always pull the hair. There was some good flippy stuff though. I mean, Kanyu and Xia Li, they put on a good showing for themselves. And those kicks they were throwing, ooh, they look good. There was no thigh slapping going on there, folks. That wasn't that was a thud. I like me some thuds. Oh yeah. And again, those kicks look good. Again, there was some really botchy rope work though. And Aaliyah, tiny. I didn't realize how small she was. She's lost weight, which might not be a good thing. She's not getting to the main roster looking the way she does. Again, she's going to be that NXT or lifer person, I fear. She might get. Actually, she didn't even get on the woman. She might not even get in the Women's Royal Rumble. If they have a Women's Royal Rumble or a Women's Battle Royal. Jeez, that's going to be pretty bad. But Aaliyah won with a dirty pin. Made the crowd boo some more a little bit, but the crowd was getting ever quiet though. And again, it was good. It was botchy. It was okay, botchy, really simplistic. Even though, trust me, Xia Li is one of my favorite wrestlers now because she smiled when I said Sheshine to her. You smile at Hobo Tom, you'll always be in the Hobo Tom's good graces. With that said, though, it's still a can of soup match. This led to the 7th match, where you had Jordan Devlin versus Raul Mendoza. Yes, 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 yes. The crowd was going absolutely bonkers. Raul Mendoza is Daytona Beach's favorite wrestler. Raul Mendoza should be in the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. If not, shame on you, WWE. Shame, shame on you for not having him in the Battle Royal. Such a good, solid worker. Amazing. He energizes the crowd. The crowd heard him. Yes, yes, yeah, that's what we want. Yes, yes, yes.
The following match is scheduled for one fall. From Cork County, Wicklow, Ireland, weighing in at 180 pounds, Jordan Devlin!
crowd was pretty smarky too. Because again, with who was it they did it to? I think it was against Luke Mendoza. They started chanting na 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 hey goodbye. So again, you don't want to upset the Daytona Beach crowd. They're very smarky. So that's good though. Again, Jordan Devlin, he's like poor man's Finn Balor. They're trying to kind of redo people and images that have worked in the past. People like me know the difference. Again, Raul Mendoza is amazing. He does the flippy stuff. Again, versus more of the British strong style from Devlin. If Devlin went up to the top rope and hit the coup de grace, I might have booed. I would have chanted, "Poor man's Finn. Poor man's Finn." You didn't figure that out. Devlin himself is no slouch. Raul Mendoza has chops, though. Ooh, they sound good. Again, it's not just that slap. It's that Walter. Pud, baby. Puds are good. And again, the crowd got, after the initial shock and excitement, the crowd settled down again. And it just, again, people were leaving. The stadium got a little emptier. It was a little underwhelming match. I'm saying that only because I've seen Raul Mendoza take on Roderick Strong. That was amazing. But this, man, again, I think, again, too many false finishers. If you're at this level, false finishes are good, but there's a time where you're doing too many of them, folks. Again, it just seemed good. I mean, Raul can strike now. He knows how to do chops. He can do kicks. He does solid leg kicks. Flooding leg kicks. I like that. Woo! So again, he changed things up a little bit. Overall, Jordan Devlin went over with the win. He did a pretty cool finisher, though. I like this finisher. It was still really, it's just kind of And now that the British invasion of Daytona Beach is finally over, it's time to have a proper man-sized mug of tea. And we get to the main event of the evening. Shock the system. Undisputed. Era. Woo! Bang! Or boom. Chispa! What's up? She got excited by the bang! Baby! And what we have going on, folks, we have the original, the OG, undisputed era of Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly. The original undisputed era. Do you want to be on YouTube? Where are you? Where'd you go? He was here. Oh, there she is in the closet. She likes the closet. Versus War, 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 War Raiders. Actually, I'm warming up to War Raiders, even though they used to be War Machine. War Machine still sounds cool. I am warming up to War Raiders. They come out pretty cool. Like Panther. War. 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 And it was awesome.
For one fall. And it's also for the NXT Tag Team Championship.
I mean, my only thing, I've seen Bobby Fish in Daytona Beach. Daytona Beach does not like Bobby Fish whatsoever. So I just wanted to see how Bobby Fish fares in Daytona Beach. But it was good. The bell rings, and there's some shenanigans going on. First of all, Kyle O'Reilly gets in the ring. Kyle O'Reilly is awesome. However, the Undisputed Era did something dastardly.
They just picked the bell. Oh, can't do that.
Just not good. They just took the Undisputed Era, did the gangsta thing, and just took the tag team titles. And was going to run away with them. Till the War Raiders got him back, said, let's fight for it. And Bobby Fish is like, no, we're going to have a wrestling match. Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish are smarter than that. And Kyle O'Reilly is amazing. He's a classic MMA fighter. He's so good. The Undisputed Era is so smart. They know how to antagonize. They're so fun to watch on the outside of the ring, playing mind games. It's fun. The War Raiders again. It's a feeling out process, just like with any big fight field match. There's always going to be that feeling out process, and that kind of felt natural. The War Raiders again. They started to isolate Kyle O'Reilly. Kyle O'Reilly can take bumps, man. I mean, and they also and then they tried to isolate Bobby Fish. Bobby Fish is a little bit smarter. he took advantage of the War Raiders' big legs, tried to chop those legs down. Bobby Fish is smart. Then they began to isolate the War Raiders, so they had the tables turn on them. And again, the Undisputed Era, they're smart. They're small. We're going to make quick tags, go in and out, hit and run. Again, Kyle O'Reilly. Oh, those leg shots. Oh, they sounded so awesome. Bobby Fish, he also has legit leg kicks too. This is Red Dragon or Redragon, depending on who you say. Again, eventually the pace quickens to War Raiders' liking. I mean, you see the fun splash, which is always great to see. If you watch any of Going in Raw, Steve here and Larson, you know what definitely the fun splash is. It's always great to see that. Undisputed Era is smart. They wanted to slow the pace, make it more methodical. It was a really good, fun match. Thankfully, there were no botches. Although Kyle O'Reilly, whenever he takes a bump, he just thrashes around like a fish out of water. It's totally amazing and so entertaining and semi-realistic. If I got kicked in the head and just stomped on it, I'd be like, right, twitching too. So it was really good. I mean, this match, it was fun. It was worth the price of the ticket because this was a surf and turf match. I mean, with all that being said, it's not terrible. It's worth the $11. I don't know what else you do in Daytona Beach for $11 on just a slow Thursday night. So it was okay. They're coming back to Daytona Beach April 26th. We'll see if I can get to this a Friday. They have me working a lot of Friday nights, so I'll have to see about that. But it wasn't bad. Not the best show. Again, a lot of B players. Really, the whole B side showed up, and even the B side players brought their B game. So that's NXT Daytona Beach in a nutshell. Thank you guys very much. Again, stay tuned to see more of this guy, Hobo Tom. Again, if you ever do want to shout out, like I shout out to my friends, you say hi to Hobo Tom, especially whenever you're at any live event. Ladies, it's okay to talk to me. I won't bite you. Maybe you could buy me a beer next time when lunch's over. Or at least, maybe I'll ask her how much the beer is next time I see them. I don't know. We'll see. Everyone, have a good night.